Hello everybody, welcome to our live studio show here on MXGP TV with me, Paul Malin and Lisa Lane. It's round 15 of the FI Motocross World Championship, the MXGP of Sweden, and we are at the, quarry circuit, hard slick surface of Uddevalla. First time we've been here since 2019, but it's great to be back here. Coming up on today's show, we've got Roan van der Moosdijk, Jorge Prado, and Nathalie Fase, and obviously those two guests will be in a moment, but as you can see, we have our first guest in, but before we go and talk to Roan, Lisa, we are properly on the home stretch now, aren't we?
No.
4 rounds to go. Are you excited?
I'm not excited. I'm not excited. No, but it goes super fast, doesn't it? And it's literally a case of counting down to the end of the season. It's gone quick, hasn't it?
I know. Well, it's round 15 for us, but just before we came on air, Roan went round 3 for me. Roan van der Moosdijk, Husqvarna Factory Racing, welcome to our studio show. Yeah, I mean, we were just talking outside. The last time you came here, European champion.
It's true.
Good memories.
Really good memories. Like I said to you, the riding I couldn't really enjoy because I was really stressed, but no, it was a good day, of course.
Well, look, it's obviously been a very tough season for you, but are you are you glad to be back in the day job? Just put the mic just a little bit closer there, thank you. Yeah. Good to be back at the day job, though?
Yeah, really nice. Lommel went great, actually. I led a few laps. That was nice, and almost on the box, so I couldn't wish for a better comeback. And now let's enjoy Sweden.
Yeah, you just mentioned comeback. Obviously, Argentina, we saw you go out of the qualifying race. You got injured pretty heavily. How was the whole recovery process? Because were the injuries straightforward, or was it just the fact that it just took so long was the problem? Yeah,
it was a really tough injury. I got 3 injuries, actually, but the shoulder was really tough. I got actually operated quite quickly, but at first they didn't really know if I could make the season. So to come back in Lommel was already a big gain. So no, definitely one of my toughest injuries I ever had.
I mean, it's such a shame, Roan, because actually during pre-season, it looked like Nastan had one of the strongest lineups to actually challenge for the title.
Yeah, we did like pre-season races in France, and me and Kai went 1-2, 1-2. So we were really looking forward to the season. I know I'm like a quite slow starter in the beginning of the season, so 5th overall was already quite okay. And Mantovar felt already quite much relaxeder. But then, of course, I crashed with Langevelder, and there it actually already started. So,
I mean, we're just seeing images here. It does seem like such a long time ago, doesn't it, Nathalie? But were you happy with how the season did start?
Yeah, like me and the team said, like, start in top 5, and I did. Also, I told the team I'm a slow starter, so we will take it each GP step by step. And like I said, Mantovar was already much better, but unfortunately the crash.
Yeah, and you couldn't really avoid that one, could you?
No. Langevelder was on the ground, and I had nowhere to go. I rode over his back, so I felt sorry, but it was a shame.
Yeah. Well, look, obviously, first year on the team at Husqvarna Factory Racing, you seemed to settle in quite quickly, and I guess that was important, wasn't it? Because as everybody experienced, it was quite a short off-season, so you had to get in there and do all the hard work. Was it as easy as it seemed from the outside?
Yeah, I never rode an Austrian bike before, so of course people talk and they say like, it's a big difference, but I felt comfortable straight away, and testing went really well. You could see it in the pre-season races, and you can feel that it's a factory team and you get all the support you need. So I think I made a step in the winter, but I need to show it next year.
Yeah. Well, during your recovery process, Roan, how much involvement did you have with the team and that day-to-day activities at Nastan? Or were you recovering at home, or did you do the rehab at the workshop? Or how did it work?
I did like both, rehab at the team and also in Eindhoven at the physio. They helped me a lot, and I couldn't be here without them, of course.
Yeah.
Well, look, you made your long-awaited return at Lommel just 2 weekends ago, and actually it turned out to be a pretty good weekend. You just mentioned as well, you got to lead some laps in the first race. How was this weekend for you? Because I guess there was, you were excited but nervous at the same time.
Definitely. And then, like, first moto, I was in the lead, and then that intensity, you cannot practice it during the week. So after a few laps, I was really like, I pumped myself up a little bit. And I thought, like, I will pass the front guys, try to follow them. And then I think I finished 5th that moto, but behind me there was like a big gap, so I knew I had to do the same in the second moto, and it paid off, and only 1 point off the podium. So.
Yeah. And how was the crowd there? Because it looked like you had a lot of support, and Kai, in fact.
Yeah, but now you see Jago behind me, and I felt more that there were more Belgian fans. So no, but really nice, really nice.
Was the track rougher than normal? Because it looked like they brought a lot of sand built up on the infields, and it got really, really rough. Yeah,
definitely. And because we rode it the other way around, like free practice, the bumps were really like strange. But yeah, it was same for everybody. And I think the second moto was the best, actually.
Yeah. Was it the first race where you made one small mistake at the end of the race, or was that the second?
I crashed.
What happened there? Because we didn't see. We just saw you
just before takeoff. I think I hit a small rut and I went sideways, and then like a rodeo right.
Yeah. Did you lose a position there or not? 1 or 2?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No. But glad to get that one out of the way.
Sure.
Looking forward to Sweden. As
Yeah,
we said, good memories for you.
Yeah. Track looked nice. We had a lot of rain, but it dried a lot. So
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I was just looking out because where we are, we're quite close to Skybox and pit lane area. Yesterday, after all the rain that had fallen on Thursday, it was so wet through there, so heavy, and you wouldn't even know it now. It's so hard packed, so dry again. And when the track is like that, is it quite difficult to pass, or you need those ruts, don't you, for that?
I think we need those ruts, and I think tonight they will, like water and rip it. So then we have some good racing tomorrow.
Okay. Well, look, 4 rounds to go. What are your plans really for the rest of the season? Just because you got that first one out the way, the nerves are gone now. You kind of feel that you're back where you need to be. Just go out, have fun, get some results.
I said to Lisa last week that I will be on the podium, so I will need to do that. So
you did say that.
Yeah.
And if you lose that bet?
Oh yeah, good
we didn't talk about that.
Good point.
I think.
Yeah.
Hair extensions?
After the show.
Wig, curly wig, something like that?
Oh, no.
We'll talk later.
Yes, true.
All right, well, look, Roan and Moosdijk, thanks for joining us. Hopefully our next guest is in now. I can't see them there yet, but hopefully they are. But before we go and meet our next guest, here's some highlights from what happened 2 weeks ago now, Belgium. The MXGP of Flanders, race 2 highlights from Lommel in MX2. Over the foxhole shot line for the second time today and the third time this season as he leads going through turn 2, and that's 3 in a row for Jago Geerts. Geerts now coming back under attack from Kai de Wolf. Fans from Belgium and the Netherlands both getting behind the riders here as de Wolf makes a lunge around the outside. De Wolf scrubs, gets alongside Geerts. Will he make it through this time? Yes, he does. And once again, Kai de Wolf leads. And Geerts has been passed by Langenfelder, the German, up into second position. Couple of little mistakes, and all of a sudden Geerts has been caught and passed and pushed back a place. Jago Geerts has just found his way back past Simon Langenfelder. These two are the very best sand riders in the world right now, and they are tearing strips off of each other as they chase the race win and therefore the overall victory. Oh, de Wolf gets into trouble and Geerts goes through. Listen to the roar of the crowd. Langenfelder didn't need any more invites after that. He's taken the ball by the horns and he's going to find a way through at the end of the straight and into second position. De Wolf up the inside of Langenfelder, and it's taken a handful of corners for De Wolf to find a way past. Viala's passed Langenfelder as well, so the gap is going to be back down to 23 points between the first two in the championship chase. Langenfelder getting it wrong out of the final turn, then just tips over, and I wonder if that is just exhaustion. And Jorge will cross the line to win his 15th Grand Prix. And it's back-to-back wins for the Belgian. Hello everybody, welcome back to our live studio show here on MXGPTV.com with me, Paul Malin, and Lisa Leyland. It's part 2, and our second guest is in, Jorge Prado from Red Bull Gas Factory Racing. I wanted to get that right, because last week I couldn't get those words out.
Red Gas Factory Racing.
Even I need to think sometimes about it.
Well, look, Jorge Prado is in to see us now. Jorge, welcome to our studio show.
Thank you.
Third in points at the moment in MXGP. And on paper, in terms of podiums, it's probably your best season, your most successful season in the class. 9 podiums so far. How would you describe your season so far?
Well, yeah, I mean, if you look to the podiums, it's not bad. I'm actually going out for wins, so that's something that it's lacking this year. I didn't really feel super all year long, so no, we are working hard to get in these last 4 races just to get back on top of the box. That's what motivates me, and yeah, I mean, it's been okay, but not super happy about it, actually.
Yeah, but obviously the first 5 rounds, it seemed like you and Tim set the pace, and you did get a Grand Prix win in Portugal. How important was that win at that time of the year for you?
It was very important. I knew in the first rounds I was really like, yeah, I was running very good. In some tracks, let's say Tim was better, but in some I was better. So I think the break point was my injury, shoulder injury. But till then, I mean, the season was going very well. Could even be better, but I mean, I was already happy with the start of the season, one of the best starts I ever had. Yeah. So I was feeling very comfortable. Tracks that I like, especially in the beginning of the season, with the temperature a bit more cold, we were a bit softer, you know. So no, I was enjoying a lot. So yeah, I'm happy. Yeah.
Well, you mentioned your shoulder injury. You missed Majora because of that injury. What happened, and where did it happen? Because at that point, we all thought your season was done.
I thought the season was done too. Yeah. So I went back after Latvia to Italy, and on the first day riding, I crashed in the last session of the day. I landed with my just wrong, and I dislocated my shoulder. I had a small break in the bone as well, and I got some ligaments. So actually, I had just 2 options: or I try and see if it's possible to ride, or I just get operated, and then the season is really like over. Yeah. So I got in touch with very good physios and good doctors. So we made it happen. We made it happen to be back in Riola, and I don't know how I even got on the podium, how I twice second in that track with a shoulder like that. I mean, was great to get back in this kind of
the graphic
pace.
In the corner, Sardo surprised, because you were surprised to be on the podium.
Oh yeah.
Well, like you mentioned, this was a week after Majora, and you made the podium, and we were surprised. And like you said, when I spoke to you after the race, you were surprised as well.
Yeah, hard work during the week to get my shoulder at least the best it could get, and here I was, you know, battling the best guys in the world and leading for some minutes, and then just trying to get to the end.
How physically demanding? I mean, Riola looks tough anyway, but going there with a shoulder that you don't know whether it's going to come out or stay in or whatever. It was pretty hot there again, but you know, how was it to ride?
Well,
or were you quite relaxed, and maybe that helps? I don't know.
No, not too relaxed, because I was scared for my shoulder. I was scared that I crash and hurt myself again, and then really over. So no, I was really focused just to get my good starts, good riding, and try to get to the end with some points if possible. But yeah, I mean, Riola, it's a track that I like. I always ride good over there, so Yeah, it was just perfect to get back into racing, let's say.
Yeah. Well, obviously, as we said, you've had quite a lot of podiums. I know you wanted more, but either side of Maggiora, 4 podiums, 5 podiums. Last couple of rounds, quite difficult. We know, because I spoke to David after the first race in Lommel last week, you were pretty ill. But Lockett, obviously you've had quite a few victories there in the past. Yeah. So what was the issue there? Just didn't gel with the track? Or?
Yeah, this year I just couldn't get the flow over there. It was just not my day. I mean, I tried to do my best. I just couldn't be at... I just didn't have the speed to go with these guys. This year we come in with a new bike, so we try to figure it out in every single track. I mean, tracks are very different. You go to Lommel and then you go to Lockett, 2 different tracks where the bike, maybe it's better in one and a bit worse in another one. So we are working very hard to get our bike, again, very competitive in all kind of grounds. So, in Lockett we struggled a little bit. We put a lot of work in there, but, we just couldn't make to the podium. And, coming to Lommel, I was feeling way better. P1 in time practice, 3rd in quali race. So I was feeling quite good all weekend long. I just, just couldn't sleep from Saturday to Sunday. I got very sick. And then, after the race, I was like, very weird that I just couldn't sleep. I just was feeling very sick, and I got positive on COVID. So once again, trying to heal up my body, where I just took 1 week completely off, and just trying to get ready again for Sweden.
Okay. Well, we are getting close to time matches, so we just need to...
People forget, Jorge, that you're still only 21. I mean, MXGP is a tough class, and because you had so much success in MX2, do you think perhaps people feel like they expect a lot more from you?
I expect also more. I mean, this year was a little bit... It was okay, but first year in the 450 class, I was already fighting for the title. Once I got the COVID, I was already 13 points, very close to second, and team was not so far away. So second year, last year, again, before the injury, I was also fighting for the title. So,
you're there, you're ready. When we were here last, 2019, great memories, sweet dreams.
Oh, yeah.
Your second title in MX2.
Hopefully I can get back to these days.
But obviously a track you like.
Yeah, it's a track that I like. In 2017 was the first time I rode here. I also I got on the podium. I won the first moto. In 2019 got world champion, and I also won first moto. So looks like can be a good weekend, hopefully.
Well, I'll tell you what kind of made my week, all right? What's going on here? I think we need some moves.
You have got some good shapes there, Jorge. I'm impressed.
So, is this like a Spanish craze, or is this just a Jorge craze?
Why did I post that?
You got a few likes though, didn't you?
Oh, I think too much time in Belgium and you just don't know what to do anymore.
Well, look, before we let you go, a quick reminder about the Motocross Nations, Lisa.
Just going to remind you, Monster Energy Motocross of Nations is less than 2 months away, and where better to watch all the action live but right here on MXGP TV. Why not treat yourself to a Monster Energy FIM Motocross of Nations TV pass and enjoy 3 days of live content, which includes Rider Parade, qualifying races, the B final, and 3 Motocross of Nations main event races. I'm sorry, I've still got that image in my head of Jorge's of you dancing.
And actually, you know what, when he gets out of here, first thing, delete. Well, look, Jorge, thanks for being a good sport.
Thank you.
All the best for this weekend and the rest of the season.
Thank you very much.
See you again soon. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Our next guest is waiting to come and see us. Before that, though, highlights MXGP Race 2 from Belgium 2 weeks ago. The MXGP Race 2, the fly race in 15-second board up for the final time today. The MXGP of Flanders here at Lommel in Belgium. Prado leads. Koldenhoff now second. Koldenhoff alongside Prado. And the Dutchman leads here on lap 4. And Febvre goes through on Geiser as well and moves into 4th place. Around the outside, Roman Febvre into 2nd. So Valandren finds his way past Febvre. He wins as it stands right now. Bogus passes number 10, Valandren. Then Bogus wins the Grand Prix. As it stands right now, Koldenhoff is leading the overall. And he does. Finds his way down the inside, barges past Valandren into third. Bogus doing a great job hanging on, but Valandren seizes an opportunity. A mistake there from Bogus. He got offline, and Valandren back into third. Valandren makes the pass. It's Febvre off the podium, and Valandren will move to 44 points and win the GP. Roman Febvre under attack from Calvin Valandren. Valandren makes the pass. He'll stand on the top step of the podium here in Lommel, and he gets down the inside of the Frenchman, and out jumps the Kawasaki. Oh, all of a sudden, Bogus has gone past Febvre, and we're going to get all change again. So Valandren may not win the Grand Prix. It depends on what happens on this final lap. Bogus goes back to the top of the leaderboard. Wow. Glenn Koldenhoff victorious, race 2 France, does it here, race 2 at Lommel in Belgium. Calvin Valandren will cross the line in second. That's going to be good enough for second overall. But Brian Bogus will cross the line in third. Standing construct Husqvarna factory racing. Brian Bogus is a Grand Prix winner. He wins here in Lommel. Congratulations. Everybody absolutely exhausted.
Yeah, I still can't believe it, you know, and for sure tomorrow I even still don't believe it. But yeah, sometimes I need to watch because yeah, there is really a number 1 on it. So yeah, I mean, yeah, thanks to everybody, you know, the team and all the private sponsors, everybody around me. I'm so thankful that they help me and that we can show this kind of results, you know.
Third overall, Glenn Koldenhoff. Calvin Valandren, Gemma van Venrooy Yamaha, second overall. And your overall winner for the first time ever, having picked up a win in race 1 for the first time, Brian Bogus, standing construct Husqvarna factory racing team. Everybody, welcome back to the final part of our live studio show here on MXGPTV.com with me, Paul Malin, and Lisa Leyland. Our final guest is joining us now, Nathalie Fase, team manager for F&H Kawasaki Racing Team. Nathalie, great to see you. Again, we just had Roan in earlier, and obviously he used to ride for you the last time you were here, European champions.
Yeah, it was a fantastic weekend. Stressful, but so nice.
But nice to be back here in Sweden.
Yeah, lovely. It took a lot of years, but finally we were back,
Yeah, well, look, we had a weekend off after Lommel. What did you do? What did you get up to?
What did I do? Yeah, I just bought a new home, so still decorating and try to settle everything in.
Nice.
So I spent some time with friends. Yeah, it was lovely.
Nice. Sounds like fun. Well, talking about fun, Kevin Hawkmo seems to be having a lot of fun in MX2, currently 4th in the standings. He's really upped his game this year, hasn't he?
Yes, he showed quite a good potential and even leading some of the races and quali races and yeah, finishing on the podium. And quite a lot of times he finished 4th just with 1 point missing or 2 points. But yeah, he's doing so great, yes.
Who's more frustrated about that, you or him?
We both, I think. No, but he do so well.
Yeah.
Well, like you mentioned, he's actually led 20 laps this season. He's so close to winning a race in Latvia on the podium. What do you think has made the difference this year? Because it is so noticeable to see, isn't it?
It was a short winter, actually, for us both together to adapt. But like he said, maybe also before himself, in 2 weeks he adapted to the bike so well. To be honest, every rider is doing that on a Kawasaki, so that's a good point. And yeah, it works so well. I think for him, just the complete package is there at the moment. And I'm looking forward to a long winter right now with him, so we can only make more steps, hopefully.
Do you think Mark has made a difference? Because obviously coming into the team and having that discipline?
Yes, for sure. Yes, definitely. And he's bringing the discipline. He's giving all the tips and tricks that Kevin needs. And also, I need to say, Kevin is a good listener. Because if we put something on the pit board, after 1 or 2 laps, he straight away reacts to it and he's doing it. So that's well.
What is it about Mark, though, that is so effective? Because, so say, I can be a trainer, but for the past generation of riders, you know, Mark was always the crazy guy. Now he's the crazy trainer, and now he's like Tikos, the king of sand. And he's obviously taking on these young kids and, you know, working them hard, but also having fun.
For sure, fun is the key in our complete team. We always say without fun, it's very difficult to reach great results with each other. But as soon as the gate drop or as soon as we hit the training area, everything is serious more than ever. And also in the workshop and here in the paddock, it's not playing around. It's serious business. But you need to have fun to achieve good results.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, no stranger to the team. Jed Beaton is back. This time in MXGP. What's it like having him back on board?
Yes, he belonged to our family. Well, I said he was there before, and he achieved great results with us. He gave us our first MX2 podium back in the days. So yeah, it's lovely to have him and also his girlfriend back, and it feels familiar. Yeah.
Unfortunately, he got injured in Mantova. We spoke to him last week, but had he not picked up that injury, based on what he did at Nathalie the first round, where he was, what, 6th overall, how do you think his season could have panned out? Because he looked like he came in ready at the first round and probably surprised himself and a few others, like, whoa, first race in MXGP wasn't so bad.
Yes, the first race was actually very impressive, and I still believe and think that the kid has it in it. I don't want to say too much about it because it's personally, but he have a very rough year on the personal note, and I think that's mentally quite heavy for him. And he's just giving the best he can, and he's pushing so hard. And I really hope we can continue the last couple of races on a good and high note, because he belongs in the front, but it's just a little bit difficult for him at the moment.
Yeah, of course. Well, he did look like he enjoyed himself in Loket, and the track is similar here, although he hasn't actually raced here before, has he? So on that basis, what can you expect from him this weekend?
I think, to be completely honest, the best thing for him is if he can finish around top 10, top 15, score some good points, and just have the fun and the pleasure. He was doing very well in Loket, like you say, so I don't put too much pressure on him over here. I just really hope he finds all the pleasure back and give the best he can.
I was talking to his girlfriend Holly yesterday, and I didn't realise actually that his mum has been over. That's got to be a massive help for him as well.
Yes, his mom is over here, and as he probably told before, also his dad passed away a couple of months ago. So then we sent him back to Australia to say a proper goodbye. And his mom is here right now, and for sure he have his girlfriend, which is already there for over 10 years, and the mom, so that at least make him feel very comfortable.
And the brother is coming back over next week, I believe, or in the next couple of weeks?
Yes, something like this. So then he have all the ingredients and the family based over here. So that's just helpful.
Obviously, this is Jed, but going back to Kevin. Obviously, fantastic ride in the second race in Lommel 2 weeks ago. Third, I was talking to him on the way out of the car park yesterday, and I said, last race was good last week. He said, yeah, first one, too many mistakes, but the second one, he was just so happy to be top 3 in Lommel, like the toughest place.
Yes.
You must have been impressed with that as well.
Yes, like Lommel was always good to us. I think you remember as well that with other riders we were even winning motos. We were there on the podium. Also with Roan, we got the red plate there in the European Championship. So and with Mark de Reuver, you know, like kind of Sand King. It's all the ingredients are there, you know. So the bike can do it, the rider can do it, and it was lovely to see Kevin there because wow, he was impressive that second moto.
Yeah, he was, and obviously he's just been announced this week as a member of the Norwegian team.
Yes.
For the Motocross Nations, Redbird.
Yes, super. So excited.
I guess you'll be going there as well?
For sure.
Looking forward to it?
Yeah, I never missed a race so far in all the 8 years, so I definitely will attend over there if I'm able. So, no, I'm looking so much forward, and I think this is like a cherry on the cake for him, you know. It's so nice that he have the opportunity from both the federation and us as a team. So, yes, I hope he can do great over there as well.
All right. Well, look, Nathalie Fase, thanks for joining us. Before we go, though, just a quick reminder as to what's coming up on on MXGP TV later on today. Of course, 2:40 we are back for the first race, as you can see on the screen, EMX 250 Race 1, followed by the first 125 race presented by FMF Racing. And we round out the day with MX2 and MXGP qualifying races. This is the first of 3 rounds in a row. Next week we'll be back in Finland. The week after that, Saint-Jean-d'Angely. So it's a busy period. Enjoy all the action on MXGP TV. Thanks for watching. From me, from Lisa, from Natalie, and from our guests that joined us today. See you next time. Bye for now.